It's Joshy Blogs. Um, the let's try again. I'm up on a YouTube video. I was talking to my friend down on the phone. I'm gonna go to bed soon. I'm very tired. I'm dying. I am like this. I do not feel like this game is improving my life. It's making my life worse. Yeah, these games are not supposed to improve your life. If I'm not entertaining myself, I'm making myself miserable. You know, a little bit too much stuff to do. A little too much repetitive competition.
This is actually just an.
I feel like I'm not going to win this one.
After the earlier discussion, and
if I don't win this one, I'm not gonna count it as like a real loss. I'm gonna write it off. Man, this is going bad.
Yeah, to say dropped all this stuff because it said this. Let us be clear. AI and robotics are the most transformed. This isn't the first time Let Us Be Clear was called by bullshit. Let us be clear. AI and robotics are the most transformative technologies in the history of humanity and will have a profound impact on the lives of every man, woman, and child in our country.
How am I failing at this?
2 points that we need to be thinking. 1. Aggressively pushing these technologies. Surprise. It happens to be the very.
Let's just do it again. We're just gonna go straight in.
Like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Thiel, Bill Gates, and other multi-billionaires. So here is a very simple question I'd like you to think about. Do you believe that these guys, these multi-billionaires, are staying up nights worrying about what AI and robotics will do to the working families of our country and the world?
No.
Well, I don't think so. I
I
think that these very, very rich men want even more wealth and even more power. And for a whole bunch of reasons, that is very dangerous. Number 2.
All right, now I'm gonna show you how it's done. Now you can see how it's done.
On the data centers, deployments.
Until we can figure out what the hell is going on.
And we're seeing a lot of people, Elon Musk, the tickets that clearly would eventually follow the makers, but they're too cowards to lack any sense of adventure. For instance, I do lack adventure. When that adventure will, as you make clear, force tens of millions of workers out of their jobs.
You call Bernie a coward? Isn't he the guy that like had to go into a medically induced coma because he was so embarrassed by getting booed at Dave Chappelle's show in San Francisco?
He banned me from Twitter because he claimed I posted his assassination coordinates.
Oh, gosh, I forgot about that, Binder. How could I?
Did you post his forehead?
So I do want to credit Rokana here jumping in because Rokana is someone who does have associations with Silicon Valley, so I'm glad he's stepping in on the right side of this here. The AI revolution must be for all of us, not them. The goal should be to push it in the direction of healthy workers, not tech parents. I represent Silicon Valley and proudly saying it's Bernie over Elon Musk. That is great truth there. This creating the vast majority of technological revolution that benefited from all of us. And Rokana says it took 6 years for that to happen with the industrial revolution. I do want to say,
it's not the Industrial Revolution. Anyone who says it's the Industrial Revolution is just stupid citizen. It's not going to be comparable to the Industrial Revolution. Maybe it'll be comparable to the Internet. By the way, what was the Internet? How did that make all of your jobs? Was that done for everyone's jobs, or did everyone's life improve after that, or is it maybe still stagnant? So we have this clip here from the Copper Courier, and this is on the sheet. Do you know what number this is, Brian? This is activists turning their backs in...
That's how you do it.
A data center energy deal. I'm not sure if this is the one that Cinema was...
I'm so bored.
But this is just to show where the popular energy is on this. Thank you.
Copper Courier covering that. This is per our earlier interview. We're seeing
I don't want to play anymore.
Of many of these kind of this opposition to these AI data centers, and I'll open this up to you guys in just a sec. But just to give people a sense, I read a part of this earlier on. The Verge published. There was a study done. This PhD candidate published this at the
so bored.
Amsterdam Institute for Environmental Studies.
This is the most boring level.
Yesterday, and it basically says that, building on earlier research, they found that the power demand for AI globally could reach 223 gigawatts this year, surpassing the amount of electricity used for Bitcoin mining in 2024. The figures that he calculated in terms of the electricity that these AI systems will likely consume, he calculated it to find it in between 32.6 and 79.7 million tons of pollution annually. For comparison, New York City emits around 50 million tons of carbon dioxide annually. So it's comparable to New York City. In terms of the water that's going to be guzzled, AI could use between 31.25 and 764.6 billion liters of water this year, according to this analysis. It's even higher than previous estimates. So this is like the equivalent of major
I got it.
country or in the world.
I'm tired.
In terms of what's been
And accepting the frame that we are in a race with...
There's gonna be 6 people here at this game.
Are we even sure that listening to David Sacks and Elon Musk and all of these fucking charlatans like Bill Gates is the way to win that? And this is a clip from a podcast that I follow because my gaming PC is 6 years old and I'm in the market for a new one, called Moore's Law is Dead. But this is them talking about the different approaches to AI and also our approach, even under Biden, under the CHIPS Act. And I think this is something that, this isn't coming from a leftist perspective, these are industry folks. This is also with a guy from Scott Galloway's podcast, one of their markets guys. But here's Moore's Law is Dead, and this guy talking about the CHIPS Act and then our competition with China. And I think people might be interested to hear this.
And I remember at the time, everyone going, the U.S. government just promised, it was an insane amount, it's like $55 billion to help Intel build foundries in Ohio. And at first I was like, well, this is a pretty big deal. This will at least keep them afloat. But over time, it became clear that it was like, are these, former auto manufacturers, like workers, really going to put on white suits and work in a foundry in Ohio now? And like, how much of I think we've learned that a lot of the money and the checks haven't even gone to Intel. And then you look at Intel's current problems as well, and then they have problems filling capacity. So why on earth would they be building more capacity that would cost them more money? And I'm wondering what you think about that and just in general how the CHIPS Act has been handled, because from where I'm sitting at this point, I don't know if I would call it a failure, but it makes me very concerned about, frankly, the tech literacy of the U.S. government and world governments in general, where they're like, well, let's build a bunch of fabs, and you realize Intel's actually making
fabs are these things that make these chips.
Most of their laptop chips from TSMC right now, which is mind-blowing. They're using TSMC to make their stuff, and not that many people. I guess I think they just have announcements and going to use it. But like, there's still
better beans.
To catch up to manufacturing.
No Renegade 24. I think I'm ready for no Renegade because I think Better Beans tried to grab me and got me killed.
Capacity isn't filled. 100%. And I think that is like the big.
Oh, Better Beans is a better name. I like the name Better Beans.
As you say, that's what China is absolutely whooping
America's up right now is on efficiency. I mean, this AI problem and the AI build-up, and you're hearing about all the trillions of dollars that we're going to spend on building these data centers, hearing a little bit less about the trillions of dollars we're going to have to spend on building up power.
Better Beans lost.
Keep the lights on in these data centers.
Apparently he was not a Better Bean.
Meanwhile, you've got OpenAI and Sam Altman saying they're going to build 250 gigawatts worth of energy and compute, which is a quarter of all power on the American electric grid. It's just,
They can't play anymore. I'm tired.
The argument in America, and it's the argument in America, is we need to build. We need to have more power. We need to drill, baby, drill. We need to build nuclear power plants. We need to build more energy to have and supply the power, the largest and the glitziest and most glamorous AI models in the world. China has a different approach.
Yay.
It's whether it's or not. We're going to try to do this in the most efficient way possible. We're going to make sure it's efficient in terms of
I want
energy,
to play.
it's efficient in terms of cost.
I want to play a game of Finals Marathon Ranked.
And you can listen to him list examples of them doing that. We are, even in the terms of our race with China, we are trusting charlatans who aren't there to build AI to make the new industrial revolution. They're there to make money. That's their imperative. That's the only thing they give a fuck about. They don't care about beating China. They want to line their pockets. When it was useful to offshore manufacturing to China, they
Alright, I think I have a good strat for this. My strat is just to keep moving and not worry about blasting others. Because other people are going to be blasting each other off. I'll just keep moving and make myself a harder target.
Yeah, and you can just see the great power competition being used to benefit capitalists, which has happened throughout the 20th and 21st century.
Right. Well, one of the big AI companies in China, DeepSeek, their big model that they released last year, which caused shockwaves in the AI industry, was trained with just 6% of the funding that OpenAI used to train GPT-4, which was the comparable model. If the race to defeat China when it comes to AI, if there is a race to defeat China when it comes to AI, it's not about.
That's how it's done.
It's about doing as efficiently as possible.
Crack and slam.
China is actually destroying us. If we want to talk about like a race. Like, that's where they're actually becoming better at technology. They're doing it comparably or even better, but they're doing it more efficiently and much less costly. And so we got to give these guys more and more. It's ludicrous.
And it's for an ideological reason. It's because our imperative is to make as much money for the investors in this company as possible. China's imperative is to make this as productive as possible. That is the capitalist difference. When the economy is entirely controlled by people who are just trying to make more money out of money, then that's what you're going to see. And so they have to promise AI God and data centers on the moon, which is just something to remove investors from the money to keep the hype cycle going.
Well, I mean, just to go back to like the issue with AI data centers.
That's what you get, punk.
So this particular
sorry.
North Texas, but the grid, and North Texas isn't the only place that's like this. The grid is already.
I shouldn't have jumped near that person. That was bad strategy. Because he could have grabbed me and when I was trying to jump, and I'd be dead.
And data centers adding extra, load to these like already strained grids. At times in our country, like the winter, for example, in northern Texas,
Castle Siege. All right, we're doing good.
Freezes, and a rolling blackout can mean life or death. It's something worth considering, especially as like the climate becomes more inhospitable in places all around the country. Like rolling blackouts as a result.
I'm not gonna be able to get to the chicken, I don't think. Okay, somebody has chicken.
Towards, even this winter, if it continues to just not be a priority.
Yep. I mean, that was part of what we covered.
Whoa.
It's becoming a electoral issue. And it's becoming a way that's activating people on the ground, as we saw with some of that footage.
And you'll get a wrong impression of how unpopular it is based on all the 10 people on X that are like, Free doesn't understand. He's jealous.
Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every
Sorry, I had to kill somebody so that we could live.
2.5 hours. I
didn't want to do that.
You should check that out.
He's a bad person. It was for our survival.
Here's Donald Trump.
Dodge,
giving
dive,
his
survive.
Thanksgiving message.
That's what play. Avoid the projectiles and slime and be the last standing.
Going to be very heartwarming.
I don't think I know this game.
If you missed this on Thanksgiving, here's an opportunity for you. A very happy Thanksgiving salutation. To all our great American citizens and patriots who've been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at. Most of all, laughed at.
The laughed at is the part that hurts.
Along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically
No!
correct and just plain stupid when it comes to
Alright, well,
So you
these things happen.
about great American citizens and patriots?
No, it's tough to come up with.
Alright, so that's a new one that I'm not that used to.
But Steven, yeah.
I feel like at this point you just have to be on point for that one. But that's a hard
The
one.
official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people. Census.
I do not think that's true, by the way.
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised, but it depends on what you mean by foreign population.
It's around, there's like, 14 million, 12 million immigrants who are undocumented?
There's only 4 people left.
He's talking about people who are documented too.
He's talking about
This is Delta Tiger,
I get it.
Work Warrior,
Weird.
Swiss Miss, and Flying Banana.
Most of which on welfare, that is a lie. From failed nations, I don't know what that means, but glass houses, specific. Or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, and drug cartels.
I feel like this guy has a pretty good strategy.
Frankly, the roundups that we have seen by ICE and
He's a Work Warrior. I think Work Warrior might win. He's got a very precise way of playing that I think will pay off.
associated with gangs or drug cartels is infinitesimally small. They're getting people for like DUIs.
Nobody's died yet.
Convictions. They're getting people for, didn't pay a parking ticket. And even then, the numbers are small relative to the people that they have detained. Let's pop this back up. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful homes, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. So he's saying that there
Well, one person's down. Now it's just Delta Tiger and Work Warrior. Oh, and Work Warrior slipped.
Also, with the incident thing that they're doing.
Delta Tiger is the winner. Good job, Delta Tiger. Yeah. The ice melted or something. It was weird. Anyway, let's check out our new increase. Yeah, increase. 25 points, not bad. Our contender level is going up.
3 million is like, what, a sixth of the country?
Second generation.
This refugee
Yay. Alright, we're going to bed. Good night, everybody. Please like, subscribe, bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Save recent. Stop.